今見てたっしょ。
何？誰？
ナンパ待ちしてたんだもん。
なんで？
もっとちゃんと見たくない？
I don't like where this is going. No, 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 no.
こうくん。
Source: Call of the Night. Our main boy Yamori sneaks out of his home and decides to venture out at night. He feels really cool and free. It's like he belongs there. He randomly goes to a swing to have fun. Recently, he started to have trouble sleeping. Being a 14-year-old second-year middle schooler, he was really active and popular in his school. One day, he receives a love letter from a girl, but he rejected her, saying he doesn't really understand love. Later, as he has issues sleeping, he browses online and saw advice to seek help from family or trusted friends. However, he laughs, since he's a complete loner in reality. His phone then suddenly vibrates, which panics him. He wonders if someone found out that he is out alone here, but notices how he just received a scam coupon offer. He walks then around and continues to read online what other people have been doing. While scrolling, he notices the info that drinks can help people sleep easily. He then passes by a vending machine, and after a bit of thinking, he buys a beer. At that moment, a girl appears behind him, noting that he is buying alcohol. She says how he doesn't look that old enough. Yamori panics and starts to apologize, saying it was a mistake. He then attempts to run away from that situation, but the woman grabs his arm, stating he can't fool her. She asks him to relax, saying she won't be calling the cops. She then guesses that he can't sleep. The girl then wants to help him, and he decides to accept her offer. She starts explaining why people stay up all night, and that's all because they aren't satisfied with how they had spent their day. She points at 3 sleeping men on a bench and states they look quite satisfied. MC thinks that they are just drunk. She then asks them if they drank a lot. The man confirms, and she high-fives, telling them to make sure they go home and sleep. Yamori wonders if she knew them, but hearing how she doesn't surprise him. Thinking how he can be so casual with strangers, she tells him this is Meg time, the time of freedom, and he will never be satisfied if he doesn't release his inhibitions. Yamori then runs back to the men, and although not understanding anything, he wants to high-five them. The men are ready, but they feel sick and throw up. The woman comes and tells them to not let the drink consume them and to clean it up. While walking around, she asks him if he starts to get sleepy, and Yamori confirms. The woman then tells him they should go to her place. In the elevator, she reveals wants to give advice to people who can't sleep and help them resolve their issues. Getting into her apartment, she asks Yamori to lie on her futon. She then removes her coat, and Yamori starts to think she wants to do something dirty, but she states they are just going to sleep on the same futon. Yamori wants to leave, but she stops him, telling him she won't do anything, and that after sleeping, he will feel refreshed in the morning. As they lie down on the futon, she tells him to close his eyes. Yamori feels that she is a little weird, but a nice person. He decides to pretend that he is asleep for a bit and then go home. Moments later, she asks him if he is sleeping. Yamori is silent, and she asks a few more times. Believing he fell asleep, the woman states she can't resist it anymore and proceeds to bite his neck. As she sucks some blood, she is surprised at how delicious he is. Yamori wonders what was that, surprising her that he is awake. He finds the blood, and she tries to explain it was a mosquito, a big mosquito, that she slapped. Yamori doesn't believe her and also states she has blood in her mouth. Yamori then wonders if she is some sort of a vampire, and she confirms. Yamori starts to wonder if he will be a vampire too, but she tells him that isn't happening. Yamori wonders why she hasn't turned him and isn't making offspring like that, but she denies it and explains that blood is just food for her, and it would be annoying getting new family members each time you eat. She heard some vampires make many offsprings, but she isn't interested in that. Yamori then keeps asking why he isn't a vampire, and she reveals that for the person to become a vampire, he needs to fall in love with the vampire. They go outside. Yamori reveals he doesn't really know much about love. He doesn't have a crush on anyone and doesn't like girls as they are usually mean to him. She realizes he has a hard time at school. She asks him what he thinks of his first night out, as it's his first step outside his norm. Yamori believes his life was fine as there was nothing he wanted and was doing what he thought was right. She tells him he can stay up until he is satisfied with his day, and that isn't a bad way of living. Yamori then asks her for a favor and wishes that she make him a vampire. Yamori knows that he will never take the leap himself and will return to his old life and spend his days in boredom. But now, as he had seen the night, it was the first time he wanted to be something. MC asks her to let him fall in love with her. She states her policy is to not make an offspring, and she won't be doing anything and will just be sucking his blood. He is free to fall in love with her. She then introduces herself as Nazuna Nanakusa and Yamori as Ku Yamori. Nazuna reveals that human blood tastes the best at night, especially right before a person falls asleep, as that is when the blood is infused with night. Yamori wonders why are they on the roof, and Nazuna states it's because they are closer to the moon. She wants to infuse his blood with more nights, but just staying awake isn't enough. She then kicks him off the roof, telling him she will teach him how to enjoy the night. As he falls, Yamori thinks he will die, but Nazuna comes and states he won't, and the night is to fool around. She grabs him and starts flying around, making Yamori feel awesome. MC sneaks out for another night. He meets with Nazuna, who reminds him that sucking blood isn't just eating for vampires, but also copulating under certain conditions. MC feels embarrassed when she says copulating. Nazuna wonders if he forgot why he came, and MC tells her he hasn't forgotten. He wants to become a vampire, but for that, he needs to fall in love with her, which makes Nazuna feel embarrassed. MC recalls that before telling her that he wanted to be a vampire, she had a request. Nazuna reveals that she just wanted to taste his blood again. MC is fine with that and reveals his neck, however. Nazuna feels embarrassed and calls him a pervert for doing that. She does want to suck his blood, but there is a timing for that. MC goes out for another night, but no matter where he looks, he can't find Nazuna. He decides to get back close to his home and search there again. He also realizes that even if she sucks his blood, he won't turn into a vampire right now, so he doesn't need to meet her every night. Nazuna then appears and greets him, which annoys MC as he has been looking for her. Nazuna explains she's been going around looking to suck the blood of some random person. MC wonders about him, but Nazuna explains that different people's blood is like different meals. MC brings up the copulating part and Nazuna being cornered. She admits that since this is part of the feeding process, she is doing it with random people. MC doesn't want them to search for each other each night. He wants to exchange contact information with her. He asks her for her phone number, but Nazuna states she doesn't have a cell phone. Thinking a bit, she recalls something and they head towards her home, where she finds a cellular phone. She thought she might need it and brought it, but since it's too big and heavy, she doesn't want to carry it around. Soon they made smaller ones, but she couldn't be bothered anymore. Nazuna then feels tired and lies on her futon and invites MC. While they lie there, Nazuna wonders if she can suck his blood, but MC denies it, stating that since he won't be turning into a vampire, she can go and suck someone else's blood. Nazuna reveals that she was actually looking for him earlier, and it's actually rare to find someone with tasty blood like him. MC then reveals his neck, and Nazuna happily sucks his blood. A different night, and MC once again can't find Nazuna. She ends up finally finding him, but MC is still annoyed at how long it takes them to find each other. He reveals he brought her a wristwatch transceiver. Nazuna is excited, finding it super cool, and guesses they can play with them. MC states it's for getting in touch, but Nazuna still wonders if they can play with them. MC tells her she can play with it if she wants that much, and recalls he also used to buy transceivers to play with. Nazuna is surprised as that requires friends, but MC states he had his ways. When he was 9, he brought 2 transceivers, and after some thinking, he hid one in a hard-to-find place and decided to speak with the one who ends up finding it. He never received any call, and when he checked, he saw that the other one was missing, so someone must have found it. However, for some reason, he also decided to not call it and just put his transceiver away. Nazuna finds the story sad and funny and gets to laugh even harder when MC reveals he is wearing his old kid transceiver. After giving her a transceiver, MC wants them to do a test play, and Nazuna agrees and goes away. MC recalls the transceiver's range is 150 meters, and after a while decides to call Nazuna. As she replies, he realizes she is in range. She acts like there is an enemy and if she should kill it, but MC tells her to wait. He is glad that he brought the transceivers, and it feels like they are a couple who just started to date, but Nazuna finds that embarrassing. The two then spend more time together, and eventually Nazuna takes them to the roof of MC's school. She tells MC that the night changes the way one perceives things, and the school doesn't seem that bad. As MC agrees, she bites his neck and sucks his blood. Nazuna finds his blood tasty and a bit lewd that she sucked his blood at school. MC recalls that she likes lewd jokes, but gets embarrassed when talking about love and romance. As she also doesn't want offspring, MC figures that she has never been intimate with a human. MC wonders if he can call her Nazuna-chan, which makes her feel quite embarrassed and wants him to use son. MC thinks that they should start by being friends first. Heading home, MC looks at his old transceiver and wonders what happened to the other one, and if someone still has it. The transceiver then rings, surprising MC. A girl wearing the other transceiver appears behind MC and calls him by his name, wondering what is he doing. Nazuna asks if MC really doesn't have friends. MC wonders from what point are people friends, and Nazuna guesses when you consider them friends. MC had friends as a kid, but wonders if it's rude to call someone a friend even though they haven't seen each other for years. MC believes he got his old transceiver because he wanted to communicate with someone. MC then pushes the call on the transceiver. MC wonders why Akira has his transceiver, and she explains she never threw it out since he gave it to her. Akira explains that they had different classes and MC became more outgoing around 6th grade and made a lot of friends, so she missed her chance to talk with him again. She waited for him to call on the transceiver, but he never did. Lately, MC has been missing school and she called to see how he was but heard a sound from the transceiver. MC asks her if he gave the transceiver to her and Akira denies it, but states he left it in her mailbox. MC recalls placing it in the mailbox but didn't know which one was Akira's. Since they are friends, Akira is worried about how gloomy MC used to be. She wasn't sure if he thought of her as a friend as he was standoffish, but in his own way he gave her a token of how he felt about her. MC realizes this was all a misunderstanding. He recalls when they were younger. Akira asked him to join her and play with the other kids, but MC was observing ants carrying other dead insects and stated he was having fun in his own way. Since Akira believed they were friends, she joined him and observed the ants together. MC accepts it and greets Akira, since it's been a while since they have talked. He notices she's in school uniform and wonders if she's going home now since it's 4 a.m., but Akira explains she is heading to school. She tends to get up early and likes taking morning walks before school. Embarrassingly, MC explains she is heading home. Akira wonders if they can meet again tomorrow at the same time. MC returns to Nazuna's building and contacts her with a transceiver, informing her that he actually had one friend. Annoyed, Nazuna hangs off and goes to sleep. Several nights later, Nazuna starts to notice that MC is leaving earlier, right after he lets her suck his blood at around 3 a.m., and jokes it feels like they have only a physical relationship. MC states it benefits her, but Nazuna doesn't mind it. She jokes that he is likely seeing another woman and MC awkwardly denies it, making her realize it's actually true. MC denies it, saying that it isn't what she is thinking and leaves. MC then runs to meet with Akira. Meeting Akira after spending time with Nazuna has become his routine. MC and Akira don't really talk much. It's often just small talk and just spending time together. MC recalls Akira used to be more talkative and lively. He asks her if she is having fun spending time with him, and Akira confirms. MC then starts to wonder if she actually likes him, but then notices Nazuna spying on them. As Nazuna approaches them, MC thinks she is angry. However, Nazuna is happy and wonders what are they playing hanky-panky in a place like this. MC doesn't know what she means by hanky-panky. Akira wonders if MC knows her, and Nazuna tells her not to worry, as their relationship is just physical. As they call each other Kun and Chan, Akira believes they like each other, but Nazuna starts blushing and wants to prove that not everything is linked to romance. She asks MC to stand and then bites his neck and sucks his blood and explains she's a vampire. Nazuna takes Akira and MC to a bar. Nazuna orders beer, but as they are underage, Akira orders breakfast and coffee. Akira asks MC why is he letting her suck his blood and if it's related to him skipping school. She decided to not ask him before, but now wonders why is he skipping it. MC apologizes for not telling her, but he doesn't know how to explain it. He was thinking he is fine, but at one moment he no longer had fun going and didn't know how to deal with that emotion. Akira shares that she too doesn't enjoy going to school or being home each day, but have to go. Sometimes she isn't sure if her friends are still friends and is glad that she ran into him the other day. Akira asks him to come to school with her, as it's more fun for her, with him around. Nazuna finds Akira interesting, and while Akira still doesn't believe she's a vampire, Nazuna is fine with it. Nazuna points out that Akira is MC's friend, but wonders what has she been doing lately, as she has neither contacted him nor they have seen each other for a while. Nazuna then stands up and decides to leave. As she does, MC realizes she left without paying for her beers. MC pays and leaves after Nazuna. He wonders if she is angry, but Nazuna denies it. MC doesn't believe her and states he can't know if she doesn't tell him. Angry, Nazuna starts insulting him and flies away. MC tries to follow her, but loses sight of her. MC goes around looking for Nazuna, but is unable to find her. He ends up tripping, and as he cleans himself, he realizes he has the transceiver. He calls Nazuna and apologizes for meeting his friend in secret. However, Nazuna states she isn't angry about that. MC hasn't been in fights and doesn't know what to do or why she is angry, but wished to make up with her. Nazuna appears in front of him, wondering if their relationship warrants making-ups. Nazuna explains she isn't angry, but got ticked off. She wonders why he didn't reply when Akira asked him to go to school with her. MC explains that he hesitated to answer because he didn't know how to tell a human friend he won't go, because he wants to become a vampire. Nazuna notices there is blood on him from tripping and ends up kissing him to suck it. Nazuna points out he said human friend and wonders if he has a vampire friend too. Nazuna then leaves, telling her friend MC that they will meet tomorrow. As she is gone, MC states that friends don't usually kiss. One of the students from Akira's class has been sleep-depriving himself so that he can play games. The teacher explains that they need to sleep at night to get used to a healthy sleep schedule. After school, Akira heads home. She does what she usually does and heads to sleep at 8:30 p.m. MC goes out for the night and wonders where Nazuna would be. He ends up finding her quite fast on an easy spot, but decides that he doesn't want to talk to her yet. While going around, he thinks about the kiss and realizes that only couples do that. He then wonders if he is in love with Nazuna and if he has achieved his goal to become a vampire. Nazuna shows up, annoyed as she's waiting in a place where he could have easily found her. MC invites her to bite him as he has accomplished the goal and has fallen in love with her. Nazuna agrees and sucks his blood, while MC gets excited that his human life is now over. As she is done, he wonders if he is a vampire now, but Nazuna denies it. She explains that he is probably confused about yesterday, but the kiss doesn't mean he is in love now, and it's probably just lust. MC gets ashamed he got aroused from just a kiss, but it was his first one. He guesses that Nazuna had many, but she states it was her first two, and that friends kiss each other. Lately, Akira hasn't been sleeping well and wakes up before midnight. She dresses up for school and goes out. MC sees her, but it's surprising to see her now as it's only midnight. Akira tells him that her teacher told them they need to sleep. MC wonders the same thing about Akira, but she states she is sleeping and just woke up. Realizing she plans to not sleep and go directly to school, MC invites her to spend time with him and Nazuna. At Nazuna's place, MC and Nazuna play Street Fighter 03, but Nazuna beats MC. Nazuna offers Akira to try, and if she beats her, she will give her a kiss, but Akira declines, not wanting a kiss. She then wonders if she made the same offer to MC. Nazuna confirms, but MC denies it. Nazuna agrees and states that they kiss without conditions anyway. Akira says she wants to be supportive, but she just can't support him being with an obscene monster. Nazuna reveals that MC doesn't like her and wants them to play another game. Nazuna brings out a dating sim game, where 3 girls ask MC to go to school together, but he denies it even in the game. He explains that he just doesn't like groups. Another girl bumps into him, apologizes, doesn't say much, and leaves. MC states he liked her. Nazuna then starts teasing him if he likes big breast silent girls, and MC starts blushing. Akira relaxes, realizing that MC hasn't changed much and isn't doing anything sketchy at night. Nazuna states it's almost 4 a.m. and wants them to go to sleep so she can suck some blood. Akira is shocked to hear that they are sleeping together, but MC tries to explain it isn't anything indecent. Nazuna corrects him, stating that this night is a bit as it's a guy-girl-girl tonight. The 3 lay on the futon, but Akira feels embarrassed and wishes to leave, noting that she will wait in front of the school. Nazuna states it's raining outside and she doesn't have an umbrella. Akira stays, but it's annoying seeing Nazuna sucking MC's blood. MC cries as he had told her not to do it in front of Akira, but Nazuna wanted to spice things up with some guilty pleasure. Akira asks what the whole deal is with the blood sucking. Nazuna explains supply and demand. MC has tasty blood and he wants her to suck it. Akira doesn't get it and wonders why he would want that. Forced, MC reveals that he wants to become a vampire one day. A bit surprised, Akira states that he at least has a future goal, as he usually never talked about what he wants in the future. Akira guessed that he must be a vampire by now, but MC explains that to become one, he first needs to fall in love with Nazuna. Meanwhile, Nazuna feels quite embarrassed and explains that while Nazuna likes lewd jokes, she gets embarrassed over romance talk. Nazuna then asks them to go to sleep, and the 3 lie down. Akira explains she is only there because it's raining and it isn't sleepy. Nazuna tells her to just lie down and she just might fall asleep. MC apologizes for dragging Akira into this, but he wants to show her how he spends his night. Akira wonders if he has been having fun, and MC confirms. Seeing him trying to hold his hands on him, Akira tells him it's fine to relax and put them down and shouldn't worry if their hands touch, and if he doesn't relax, he won't be able to sleep. Akira tells him that even if he is a vampire, she still wants to be friends with him. However, she will still be trying to make him go to school, as even if he is a vampire, he still needs to study. Akira turns around and ends up falling asleep. 4 hours later, Akira wakes up, realizing she will be late for school. She wakes up MC and tells him that she will be going and wishes her a good day. Nazuna wonders if Akira slept well, explaining that people sleep well when they are satisfied with their day. Nazuna wakes up, but it's still 16:30. She spends some time playing a video game, but gets angry at it. She is expecting a delivery, but as it doesn't come, she checks and sees that they attempted to deliver at an earlier hour than she requested and left her a note for the failed delivery. It's past 20 o'clock, but she wonders what to do. Getting bored, she decides to go out, but everyone she sees outside seems glum. She finds a cat and decides to play with it for a bit. Afterward, she realizes the cat stinks and the smell gets on her hands. As it's a bit past 22 o'clock, she decides to go wash at a public bath. She leaves her wash transceiver at the front desk and asks the man to inform her if it beeps. While taking a bath, she's annoyed that vampires don't have reflection and she can't see herself. Her transceiver rings and Mizuna runs out of the bath quickly. She meets with MC, who notes that she looks different than usual. Hearing she took a bath, MC states he wanted to take one as well, and Mizuna decides they should go as she wasn't able to finish her bath due to him calling her. After the bath, MC is having a variety of thoughts, both good and bad, and wonders if it's because of her different hairstyle today or his blood flow increasing from the bath. As he gets issues focusing, he asks Mizuna to suck his blood, and she agrees. MC had figured that sucking his blood helps him calm any strong emotions and clear his head, and also assess his feelings. Being a bit more hungry, Mizuna ends up sucking a bit more. MC feels he needs to rest for a bit and sees a place saying they can rest and asks Mizuna to go there. Mizuna agrees, but as they get in, MC realizes is a place for couples and couples activities and feels ashamed. Mizuna asks him if he was able to assess his feelings, revealing that while she sucks his blood, she gets an idea of what he is thinking from the taste. She wonders if she was so alluring after taking a bath that he got confused again. MC reveals that while his goal is to fall in love with her, he feels having such thoughts about a friend is immortal. Mizuna tells him that emotions give variety to his blood, and by provoking his emotions, she gets to enjoy the taste of his blood more. Mizuna then recalls they can watch dirty videos in those places and wants to put one at max volume to put pressure on the people next door, but gets annoyed seeing she has to pay to be able to watch such videos. Later, MC wonders about how many people Mizuna sucked blood from to know that his one tastes better. However, he doesn't really want to know which ones particularly she sucked blood from. At that moment, Mizuna sees someone she sucked blood from and tells MC, who finds her quite insensitive. Mizuna realizes he is jealous and doesn't want to hear about who she was before. She tells him that she had sucked blood from women too, but now only from him. MC wonders if she had someone like him before that she would consistently take blood from, and Mizuna confirms. MC then guesses she pretended to sell naughty services. Mizuna feels that is offensive and shows him that she worked as a professional cuddler, which MC still finds being naughty services, since she was also dressed as a nurse. She states it's her uniform and shows him a price list, where MC orders a massage course. While getting a massage, MC realizes that she was making the customers relax and fall asleep, and then sucks their blood. Mizuna starts explaining about various pressure points and how helpful they are for his body. In the end, she's about to suck his blood, but the doorbell rings. Mizuna goes to check and sees it's a customer as she forgot to take down the sign. Mizuna asks MC to answer as she recalls the customer is into massage courses, and those are quite tiresome. MC opens and invites the client, explaining that the boss is resting at the moment. MC goes to Mizuna, who starts playing a video game. She notes this is a good deal for MC. The client is Kiyosumi Shirakawa, 24 years old, a slightly tired office worker, and you will get to touch her body. MC gets annoyed and scolds Mizuna, wanting to tell the client to leave. Mizuna tells him she can't let her go. She explains she's making a living from this job, but due to being with MC lately, she hasn't worked and has no money. MC doesn't really care, but Mizuna states that enjoying the night costs money, and she was the one who paid for the hotel. Mizuna begs MC to do the massage and offers him 2,000 yen. MC hasn't done a massage before, but Mizuna states he should just follow her instructions. Mizuna also tells him that if he does it, she will reward him with another kiss. While heading home from after-work drinks, Kiyosumi Shirakawa notes that those events are awful, and she prefers being home or even working at the office. Feeling tired, she recalls Mizuna's place and how much she enjoyed it last time, so she decides to go and see it, if it's still open. She is surprised to see a boy, MC, welcoming her. After waiting for a bit, MC returns and states he will be doing her massage. While giving her a massage, MC can't stop thinking about the 2,000 yen he will get from this and also a kiss as a bonus. Kiyosumi asks him how old he is, and MC reveals he's 14. That surprises her as she didn't have to work at that age, and hearing it's his first day, she guesses he must have some complicated reasons. She asks him why he is working, and MC reveals it's because he needs money, and there is one more thing he wants to do. MC explains that he stopped going to school, and as he couldn't sleep, he started going out at night. As he ended up enjoying that feeling, he wanted to keep enjoying the night. Kiyosumi states she understands that feeling, and 10 years ago, she felt the same way, having gone out at night to buy something. She ended up enjoying the silence and felt the night was like a private place for her. She could even go in the middle of the street and there won't be any cars. Kiyosumi wonders why MC stopped going to school, and he reveals that he got bored. Kiyosumi reveals that she came because she felt a bit tired. Her work is fun, but can't be done alone, and she has to deal with her boss and colleagues and pretend to have fun. She starts to cry, stating she can't take it anymore and doesn't want to go to the office or for after-work drinks. Her phone then rings and Kiyosumi knows it's her boss and she needs to get to the office. She explains she is called at ridiculous hours, but if she doesn't go, she will be in trouble. MC wonders if he should stop her or not, and if she leaves midway, if he will be fully paid. However, he then realizes that isn't important and that Kiyosumi is like him. He gets serious and blocks the door, stating that she isn't leaving and will sleep here. The massage isn't over and she will enjoy the night. MC then calls an Azuna, who comes passing through the wall. MC tells her to not let Kiyosumi go to work. Nazuna accepts and tells him to open the window. As he does, she grabs Kiyosumi and throws her out. The girl thinks she will die, but MC jumps after she and Nazuna come and grabs both. On the ground, MC apologizes for how they handled it, but he doesn't want to let her go to work. He states, if it's that bad that makes her cry, then she shouldn't have to do it. Kiyosumi tells him he doesn't understand and that work isn't like school. As an adult, you have to put up with stuff, even if it makes you cry. MC states he wants to be a vampire. He explains that Nazuna is a vampire and he wants her to turn him into one too. While he indeed doesn't know about work and is knave, a boss must be crazy to call her at 2 a.m. As vampires are not humans, they don't need to be rational. Kiyosumi realizes he wants to become a vampire to keep enjoying the night, but admits that she invades that. Kiyosumi starts to laugh at the reason that he wants to be a vampire. MC walks in the middle of the street saying that he doesn't want to give up on this. Kiyosumi joins him, recalling the feeling and finding it fun, however explains that she can't keep doing it, as she's an adult. She needs to go to work, but hopes that he can become a vampire, wishing she could be one too. MC then tells her that if he becomes a vampire, he will turn her too. As Kiyosumi leaves, Nazuna states that MC made a pretty bold statement. MC is fine with it, as he just needs to make her fall in love with him, and girls tend to like him. Nazuna asks MC to suggest something fun to do tonight. MC starts suggesting things like karaoke, movie, darts, skateboarding, and arcade, but all is being declined by Nazuna. He then suggests a nighttime pool, and Nazuna ends up liking it. They end up going to a club that has a nighttime pool, but it's nothing like MC had expected. While waiting for Nazuna, he starts to wonder how she looks in a swimsuit, but as she comes, he has clothes on top and states that her swimsuit is underneath. While she goes for drinks, MC starts to wonder why this is more erotic than usual, where she shows more skin. The people start staring at Nazuna, finding her quite attractive. Two guys try to hit on her, and seeing MC's face, Nazuna decides to tease him. She states that while she came with someone, he may have left. As she talks with them, MC gets jealous and goes to them and pulls her away from them. Afterward, MC stated he didn't like this night pool as it was full of people. He also didn't like how casually other people tried to be friends with her. Nazuna asks him if he wants to swim, and then grabs him and flies. She shows him a pool with no people, and MC notes it's his school pool. She then heads for it and jumps in the pool with her clothes. She apologizes for teasing him, but MC states it's fine. Nazuna then proceeds and sucks his blood. MC wonders what he felt today, and if she asks Nazuna if she will tell him. MC is out earlier and there are many people on the streets. He worries that he might run on someone he knows, and at that moment, someone calls his name. He wonders if he should run, but turns to see Kiyosumi, who finished work a bit early and wants to thank him for the other day and buys him a soft drink. It suddenly starts to rain and MC runs to hide from the rain. He sees some people use smoking areas as shelter and a guy hitting on a girl, but she turns him down. The girl then looks at him and waves. MC opens his drink, but at that moment the girl appears in front of him and asks him what he thinks. She explains that he must have seen everything and that the guy even offered money, and MC guesses that is annoying for women. However, the girl denies it as she was waiting to be hit on. MC wonders why, and the girl explains it's because she is bored and messes around with the guys who hit on her to kill time. However, she doesn't mess with anyone, and that guy wasn't her type. MC thinks that she is enjoying the night a bit too dangerous and looks at her school uniform if he knows it. She sees him and asks him if he wants a better look, but MC apologizes and tries to explain he wasn't trying to stare. She takes his drink and leaves. MC follows her, wanting his drink back, but she already drunk it. She explains that recently nothing has worked out and nothing excites her. MC feels she is like him and tells her everything will be fine. She hugs him and thanks him, saying his full name. As she is just about to bite him, Nazuna appears and cuts the girl's arm, saying he is her prey. The girl states that everyone is talking about Nazuna as she spends her time with a human-like idiot. She takes her arm and reattaches it. She states she needs to make him a proper offspring, but if she won't be doing it, she needs to kill him. As she rushes at MC, Nazuna engages her in combat. MC backs off, but another girl is behind him and stops him. She tells Nazuna that they are going to borrow MC and then flies off with him. Nazuna kicks the first girl and asks where the other one took MC. The other girl takes MC to a place where 3 more women wait. Seeing MC, they comment he's quite young. MC realizes they are all vampires. They offer him to choose one of them, and whoever she names, she will turn him into a vampire. And that way they won't have to kill him, since he is becoming a threat by knowing more about them. She introduces herself as Nico Hirata, the others as Midori Kohako, Hatsuka Suzushiro, and Kabura Honda, the one who brought him there. The one he met earlier is Siri Kikyu, and he can choose her too. MC states he wants Nazuna, which surprises them. Nico is surprised as they possess maximum popularity, while Nazuna fails romance. Midori states that MC will eventually fall for her, which Nico finds offensive, but Midori explains that virgins don't like Nico's style. MC can't understand why they are fighting and assume he is a virgin. Midori and Nico are surprised he isn't, but MC confirms he is. Nico believes she's a good fit for MC, and they will get along well, making the others recognize her strategy and that she is trying to win him. MC confirms that she is the most like Nazuna, which offends her, but he explains it's the way she talks and acts but wonders if Nazuna isn't popular. They explain that doesn't try to be popular. While the vampires try to make offspring, they act in a way to attract humans. The girls then start to gossip about some of their talks. Nazuna tells Siri that he hates the way they gossip. Siri explains that if she has no intention of turning him into a vampire, he is just putting him in danger. Nazuna states he has plans to make an offspring, and Siri wonders if he is serious and not lying just to get by. Siri gets relaxed and thinks MC is just a diversion and tells Nazuna that they will either turn him or kill him. Midori tells MC that she wants to know more about him and what is his ideal type of girl, which makes the others see she's going by her usual tactic. Midori states she likes to be closer to the people she talks to and wants to sit next to MC, and he agrees. Midori wonders if Nazuna is MC's type, but he denies it. She then wonders if she is his type, but then says it's better he do not answer, as if he says no, she will be devastated. The rest immediately think he will say yes, however. MC states that if he has to choose, he will say no. MC explains that he doesn't really understand the whole thing about liking someone. Midori isn't specifically a no, but he just doesn't understand when someone is a yes. Hatsuka reminds him that if he doesn't choose one of them, it will kill him. Nico states they don't really want to kill him, but if he has no intention of becoming a vampire, they can't allow him to keep seeing Nazuna. MC then states he actually wants to become a vampire, which shocks them. They wonder if Nazuna is aware of that, and MC explains that's why he wants to fall in love with Nazuna. At that same moment, Nazuna arrives and hears it. The way she arrived, they wonder if she is pissed, but Hatsuka checks her face and states it's all red and won't be able to talk for a while. MC checks if she's okay, but she tells him to not talk to her. The rest state that's why she's unpopular and explain how she should have reacted. Nazuna wants to leave with MC, but they stop her, wanting to know how she will make him fall in love with her. Kabura is sure that Nazuna doesn't have any plans, as she never involves herself with them. She never made offspring and wonders why MC is special to her and why she is intrigued to know Nazuna's favorite taste. Kabura tells MC to hang out sometime with her when Nazuna is busy, but Nazuna stops her, telling her to remove her hands from her prey or she will kill her. Nico stops them, but explains they really want to know why he is special, and she spends time with him. MC states that Nazuna found his blood tasty, and he decided to become a vampire. They have an agreement, she will suck his blood and make him a vampire. Midori explains that they still can't trust Nazuna, as she may be lying and having no intention of making offspring. MC states she told him if he wants to fall in love to go ahead. Nico laughs and states, that's good enough. Hatsuka guesses it's just Nazuna's way to hide her embarrassment. MC doesn't need to tell her he fell in love and can turn anytime she sucks his blood. Nico tells them that they won't be kidnapping and killing MC anytime soon, but if they take too long, that may change. MC states it won't be a problem, as he intends to become a vampire no matter how many years it takes, which surprises everyone. Hearing that MC says that no matter how many years, everyone gives him a surprised look. MC then wonders what is going on, and Nico tells him that there is a time limit. From the first time you get your blood sucked, you got 1 year to turn into a vampire. Otherwise, you will never turn. MC turns shocked towards Nazuna, who casually states she forgot about it. After a bit, Nazuna states they will leave, but seeing the girls having fun, she turns to MC and reminds him that he still hasn't received the reward for the massage the other day and kisses him, surprising everyone. As they leave, MC states that Nazuna is quite unusual even for a vampire, but is glad that he met her. MC shares about the time limit with Akira, who finds it bad. MC agrees, stating that you usually spend years to achieve your future, but 1 year is too short. However, Akira states she didn't mean that, but since a human knows so much about vampire habits, he is a threat and they will kill him. MC states it's fine as they let him go, but Akira explains that if in a year he doesn't turn, he will remain human and be a threat. MC then realizes that his situation is serious and starts to wonder if he has only a year to live. In the morning, Akira heads to school but is surprised to see Mihiru lying on the stairs of the school. Mihiru apologizes and explains that he had fun all night and had fallen asleep on the stairs. Akira states he is a good student and wonders why he was out all night. Mihiru states he likes a person, but apparently that person can spend time with him only at night. Akira guesses she is an older woman and hopes it's not a vampire, but Mihiru wonders what she meant. Mihiru wonders if MC isn't coming to school lately and Akira confirms. Mihiru felt that was the case and hopes the three of them to spend time together like they used to. Akira then wonders when they have spent time together. This surprises Mihiru as it seems only he thought they were friends, but Akira states he has many friends and she can barely recall any times they were just the three of them. Before going to their classes, Mihiru states he will try talking with MC, but if he can't, Akira should tell him that Mihiru was worried about him. Akira recalls the time when she and MC were observing the ants. Mihiru joined them wondering if it was interesting. He then asks MC to come and play baseball with them. MC states he doesn't know the rules, but Mihiru states he will teach him. At night, MC meets Siri, but he acts like he is an MC and attempts to run. Siri stops him, stating she heard he had some tasty blood and wonders how it tastes. The two then talk and MC explains that he doesn't know what to do and how exactly to fall in love. Seeing an innocent middle schooler asking what love is, Siri gets super excited and barely holds herself. She calls herself Love Master and states she knows a surefire way for a guy and girl to get closer. After that, MC goes to Nazuna's place and invites her on a date, but she refuses and returns inside to play video games. MC wonders if it's because she is gaming that she doesn't want to go on a date, and then turns her game off. Nazuna is annoyed, but explains that at least modern games have saves, unlike the retro games. MC insists on them going on a date again and annoyed. Nazuna accepts. MC takes Nazuna to watch a movie, however as they watch, Nazuna asks him if he's trying to get on her nerves as he picked a rom-com movie. MC apologizes and they leave. Outside, he looks at a piece of paper with date plans that Siri gave him. The next one is a cafe where they should talk about the movie they saw. As they go and MC asks about the movie, Nazuna gets annoyed. Nazuna then wonders if someone put ideas in his head and who exactly it was. MC recalls that Siri told him to not reveal she gave him ideas as Nazuna hates her. Nazuna then sees the piece of paper and takes it from MC, realizing it is Siri. As she reads the list of ideas, she finds it lame and decides to head home. After gaming for a while, Nazuna feels hungry. She sees the list and goes to MC's place, asking him if he wants to do the last part of his list, a meal overlooking the night lights. She takes MC and flies over the city, wondering what a date is. And if this is a date, they have been always going on dates. Nazuna wants them to do what they always do as she finds it fun. Nazuna then proceeds to suck his blood. While looking for Nazuna, MC sees Mihiru with another boy and two girls. He freezes for a moment, but as Mihiru doesn't see him, he relaxes and finds that Mihiru hasn't changed. However, Mihiru recognized him and turned back to talk with MC. The two go elsewhere where there are fewer people. MC is surprised that Mihiru managed to recognize him after so much time, but Mihiru states it is natural as they are friends. MC recalls that he always wondered from what point people were friends, but he had considered Akira and Mihiru to be his friends. Since Akira was a girl, he wasn't really sure how to interact with her, but things were much easier with Mihiru. MC notes that Mihiru is perfect, he has good grades, excels at sports, and people like him. His family owns a flower shop. Being told that MC is Mihiru's friend makes MC happy. As the two talk about how easy it is for them to notice each other, Akira shows up. Mihiru wonders if she is heading home, but Akira states he is actually going out. Akira then tells Mihiru that MC is skipping school as he fools around with a girl but wants Mihiru to tell him to go to school at least. Mihiru wonders if spending time with the girl is fun, and MC confirms. He receives a message and apologizes as he needs to meet someone and leaves them. Akira tells MC that he acts corny around Mihiru since he is his role model, but MC states he is everyone's role model. Akira decides to head back home and sleep some more. Nazuna is looking for MC but sees Mihiru, the woman. MC then shows up and asks MC to hold hands. Nazuna states that the moment she takes her eyes off him, he goes away, but MC corrects her it's her who does that. Sari receives a message from a guy, but as she loses interest in him, she keeps ignoring him. She then sees MC and rushes to hug him, but Nazuna knocks her with a knee to her face. MC finds that rude as she didn't do anything to him. Not listening to him, Nazuna asks if she did anything to MC, and as he denies it again, Nazuna explains that she just hates Sari and that her leg acted on her own. Sari then stands up and the two get into a fight. After that, Sari explains that she has no intention of hurting MC. Nazuna wonders why she tried to get close to MC, as they said that it isn't normal to try and be friends with a human without sucking their blood. Sari becomes silent for a moment and states she is right, saying she just wanted to mess with him a bit and leaves. As she leaves, Sari receives another message from the same guy, but starts to get annoyed. MC then runs to her and asks her if there really anything isn't, and if she wants to talk about something, since she mentioned that recently things aren't fun. Sari states she lied, but MC isn't sure about it as it feels she wasn't lying and guesses that vampires can have problems too. Sari then invites him to karaoke and MC agrees. At the karaoke, Sari explains that she is super popular, but it's a drag having to deal with all the guys. MC believes he understands her as he gets annoyed at people who think romance is the essence of life. Sari guesses that's why he is with Nazuna, but explains that she can always kill the guys if things get messy. Since they are already there, Sari suggests they should sing. However, she gets annoyed that he just stands and looks for songs instead of trying to join her or something. MC explains that he doesn't know the song and that he hasn't been watching TV recently. Sari then lets MC choose a song, and after he does and sings, she recalls the song being decades old and wonders why he likes it, but MC doesn't find anything wrong with liking it. Sari states it's indeed a good song, and this is the first time she heard it whole. She wonders if there are more from that group. Some guy then starts slamming the door and MC wonders if he got the wrong room, but Sari apologizes and reminds him that she is popular. As the guy keeps slamming and saying her name, MC finds it freaky, but Sari doesn't wish to do anything about it. She explains that happens a lot and such guys are drags. MC is worried that he may enter, but Sari states he doesn't have the guts and greets him, which causes the guy to back off. MC wonders if this is the problem Sari is having and asks what she wants to do to make things better for herself. Sari states he should try and give her proper advice as in the end he will enjoy hanging out with her and should just laugh and brush it aside. She states the solution is easy and can just kill the guys when she wants. MC finds that arrogant, but Sari states humans are the arrogant ones as they don't care when someone dies but are against killing. MC states he didn't mean that and sometimes you have to kill, but with this guy she can solve it just by talking. The guy then enters and wonders if they are arguing because of him. Seeing his eyes, MC realizes he can't be reasoned with. Sari states it's a hassle, and it's just easier to kill him fast. She then jumps at him, but MC charges the guy and takes him out of the room. Sari states that if MC gets in her way, she will kill him too, but MC tells the guy to run and the two then run. The two manage to escape and the guy asks MC what he is to Sari, but MC states nothing and asks him the same question. The guy then wonders what he is to Sari and who he is. MC guesses he likes Sari and asks him to tell him about the romantic feelings he struggles with. The guy recalls how he met Sari. One day he tripped and lost his glasses, but Sari was there and found them. She invites him for a drink and there he tells her that the saying love is blind is true in a way, as when in love, people's brains release more dopamine, which is kind of similar to taking certain types of drugs. The guy guesses that Sari talked to him back then because he was drunk and tripped and felt sorry for him. He was okay with that and liked how she sometimes flirted with him to make him feel better. He knows he is not her boyfriend or her closest friend, but he does want to see her. However, the times he didn't see her felt long, and he started to wonder who is she seeing and complaining about him, and he started sending her messages. MC tells him that Sari did complain, however, it wasn't about him in particular. He probably sensed from their limited interactions that she probably doesn't think kindly of him. Sari then shows up and states it's time to kill him and explains she is a vampire. MC refuses to let her do it, and as Sari runs at them, Nazuna comes and stops Sari, who had been listening to the conversation thanks to MC's watch. Sari states she won't kill MC, so Nazuna can let her, but Nazuna is curious why suddenly Sari decided to kill for once. She wonders what's the deal with the guy, but he asks them to stop, stating it wasn't Sari's fault and he forgot that he shouldn't have fallen in love because they are friends. Sari reveals that she never intended to turn Akihito into an offspring, but just hang out with him sometimes. Sari got tired of making offsprings, but there was no one she could talk to. She is tired of having romance be part of every human interaction she has. However, she doesn't know how to be a friend and unconsciously acts to make people fall in love with her. Siri tells Aikido that they should stop seeing each other and act like nothing happened. Looking at them, MC realizes she is hard to deal with and that Aikido is quite reasonable. He finds it ridiculous that she enjoys having him as a friend, but to not ruin it, she intends to kill him. He suggests they should talk about it as friends first. Siri explains to Akihito that she is a vampire and that the Nazuna-MC relationship is an exception and is usually not allowed as it usually doesn't work. While she says she won't be seeing him anymore, she starts to cry and states she doesn't want to quit being friends since it's fun. Aikido states he had fun too, but ended up falling in love. He wants to be with her and asks her if she will make him an offspring. She asks him if he is sure and he confirms. Looking at them, MC kind of finds it unfair as he wants that too. Nazuna guesses that he thought this was unfair and that they can take it slowly, but for now, she wants to suck his blood. Siri then invites them all to karaoke to celebrate her new offspring. Midori works at a maid cafe but receives a message from a coworker that she won't be able to come to work tonight. As she needs help, she wonders what to do but doesn't want to call her vampire friends since she fears it will turn into a popularity contest. She then sees Nazuna and MC and gets excited as she is perfect since she isn't popular with guys. Nazuna agrees to do a shift at the maid cafe and dresses as a maid but wonders what MC will do. Midori then suggests he can order something and she will pay. She can't believe he said no to her and intends to show him how cute she is. Midori then decides they practice and tells Nazuna to say what she told her and MC to act as a client. As MC enters as a client, Midori welcomes him and calls him master. She lets Nazuna introduce herself, but Nazuna forgets her lines and just greets him, which annoys Midori, who breaks her maid act for a moment in front of the other clients. Midori then asks her not to ruin things and that she is even getting paid. Nazuna hasn't really paid attention before, but hearing she will be paid, she decides to do better. However, she is still bad at it. Midori then goes to another client, serving him coffee and acting cute, and he enjoys it, complimenting both her and the coffee. One of the maids brings MC's order and realizing he is new, she introduces herself as Arisa. MC explains he is there due to Kohako, but Arisa quickly silences him, saying that she is only known as Midori-chan there. Arisa wonders if MC is there because of Midori, but MC denies it. Arisa explains that Midori became the #1 maid from the moment she started, but before that Arisa was the #1. However, that is a topic she shouldn't talk about. After work, Midori wants to take a pic of Nazuna and post it on their social account. However, she notices that someone posted some covered photos from angles where the maid's underwear can be seen. MC checks them and zooms on one, causing Midori and Nazuna to call them a pervert. MC states that none of them is of Midori, which surprises her. MC then corrects himself and states that all pics are of Arisa, making Midori guess that some customers like her. Midori is still surprised that he could recognize Arisa from her lower body, but MC explains that she wears her uniform differently and in some photos her face is seen. Midori wants to capture the culprit and asks MC if he would help, and he agrees. The next day at the maid cafe, MC is looking at the pictures again and sees a picture where she is even changing clothes. Arisa comes in that moment and sees him and tells him it's embarrassing when he stares like that. That surprises MC, who apologizes. MC then thinks of how someone could take a picture while she's dressing up and sees the window and then it's actually a balcony. Arisa then mentions that she needs to change for work, and MC apologizes and quickly leaves the room. MC then sees the door that leads to the balcony, but it's locked. As Nazuna is on a break, he goes outside with her, but he can't see anything that someone can climb up to the balcony. He asks Nazuna if he can get him up on the balcony, and she grabs him and jumps up. Inspecting the balcony, MC states that since the door is locked, to get to the balcony, you need physical abilities like Nazuna. Arisa then opens the window and is surprised to see them, but Nazuna explains that they are looking for the culprit and tells her to get inside and change for work. When Arisa leaves the room, MC takes pictures of the room and states the angle is close, but something is still off. Nazuna suggests that she go in and he takes a picture of her. He takes pictures but doesn't like it. He explains that looking good in pictures can depend on being used to take selfies and knowing how to present your face. By taking a selfie, MC starts to think and figure out something. He then tells Nazuna to call everyone after work, and if he is correct, the culprit will come to the crime scene. Midori comes to the room excited that MC knows who it did, but with every word, MC becomes less confident. Hearing footsteps, he asks Midori to hide, and Nazuna does what he told her earlier. MC and Midori end up hiding in a locker. Arisa enters and Nazuna tells her she is last and that she is heading home. While in the locker, MC explains that they are hiding because the culprit comes after Arisa when she is alone. He inspected the pictures and all were taken when there were no other staff or customers, and all pictures were taken after closing hours. They hear the window opening and MC tells Midori that this was the only way he could be sure. He then opens the locker and sees Arisa preparing to take a selfie. MC apologizes but asks Arisa why she took photos of herself. Midori asks MC how he figured it out, and MC explains that the pictures were too good. If you aim to take such pictures, you only care about taking the picture, but those photos look too good. Additionally, one more important thing was missing. Most Peeping Tom photos include shots of underskirts, but as there were no such photos, it made him wonder if that was intentional. MC again asks why, and Midori is surprised he couldn't figure that part. Before, Arisa was number 1, but now she is number 2, and she must be frustrated. She made a Peeping Tom to prove that she is still popular and satisfy her desire for recognition. Arisa states she will quit, but while she is saying it, Midori states it's all fine, and what she is doing isn't that bad or weird, as many people also do it. All the girls working at the maid cafe, including Midori, are in a way trying to satisfy their desire for recognition. Nazuna ended up liking the pay at the maid cafe and decided to work there from time to time. One night, Arisa, who was on her day off, visits the cafe and sits next to MC. Arisa explains that she used to take a lot of selfies. Sometimes she starts in the morning and before realizing it's night already, but she never imagined someone would say that's an okay thing to do. She sent a photo to Midori and she told her she liked it. Arisa then asks MC if they could take a picture together. Nazuna earned some money while working as a maid and decided to buy herself some stuff. As she ended up enjoying the money, she decided to improve the quality of her cuddle buddy business to make it more profitable. She then sends MC to go find her new customers. MC then goes around looking for people who look super tired. He sees a woman smoking on a bridge who looks super tired. He mentions that she looks super tired and wonders if she wants to chat for a bit, and she agrees. They go to a coffee shop and MC explains that he wasn't trying to hit on her, but that disappoints her a bit as she gets excited for a moment. A young boy is interested in her as she has been feeling quite lonely recently. MC explains that he is looking for customers for a cuddle buddy business and looking for people who are sleep deprived, but explains that the cuddling is done by the business owner. Hearing that he is working part-time, she cites the labor law that a person under 18 can't work after work hours and states she can report them. MC panics for a moment, but she tells him she is just joking. She tells him to be more careful about who he picks and that she doesn't like cuddling but sleeping alone. MC mentions they are also doing massages, which interests her as she works all day. MC wonders what she works on and she gives him a business card where he sees her name is Enko Yuisu and is a private detective, which excites him. Enko asks him if he is usually outside at this time and MC confirms. She then asks if he knows Akio Akiyama, however, MC can't recognize the name. Enko then shows him a picture and states his friends call him Akon. MC then recognizes him, but nervous states he doesn't know him. Enko noticed he got nervous and pulled him towards her, asking if he really didn't know him. She checks his pulse and hearing his heartbeat, she lets him go. She leaves extra money for the drinks and explains that the change is for him. She tells him to call her if he hears anything about Akon and to actually try hitting on her next time and then leaves. Hearing what happened, Nazuna is disappointed and states she isn't interested in doing anything unless she gets some booze. MC expected that and brought some with the money Enko gave him, which made Nazuna happy. Mihiru calls MC and Akira and takes them to school at night, stating he wants them to have fun together. As they jump the fence, Mihiru explains that with MC stopping coming to school, they may not have met again. By chance, they are able to meet at night, and he wants to make proper fun memories between the three of them. As they enter school, Mihiru mentions the urban legend of the 7 school mysteries. The most famous one is Hanako-san, who haunts the toilets and wants them to go and verify those mysteries. He makes Akira go into the bathroom and try summoning Hanako, and as she does, he replies in a girl's voice, scaring Akira, but she hits him in return. The three then proceed to verify the other mysteries, have fun, and take pictures while doing it. After they are done, Mihiru mentions there is one more mystery of a teacher that disappeared at this school 10 years ago, and they say that the teacher appears at night at school, but Akira and MC don't find the story scary. He still convinces them to go and check it, as either way they are already at the school. Upon checking the supposed classroom, they find a person standing in the middle of it. The teacher wonders why they are here at night, as it's dangerous. He states he was restraining himself and today was his last day, but it's their fault for coming. The teacher then jumps on Akira, stating he prefers women. Mihiru tries to pull him away from Akira, while MC stands still, wondering why a vampire is there here. He then grabs a chair and hits the teacher, pushing him away from Akira. MC feels something is different and knows he is a vampire, but he looks so unkempt and distressed. The teacher tells them to run away before he loses it. Enko then shows up, stating she was on a different trail, but still hit the jackpot. The teacher states he didn't want to run into anyone, but can't hold any longer and wants blood. Enko shows her neck and he jumps at her. She opens her arms and hugs him, letting him bite her. But a moment later, he backs off in agony, stating she tastes quite bad. Enko states she couldn't find any leads on him, but now is sure that for the past 10 years after he became a vampire, he never once ate properly. He'd restrained himself for 10 years, but today was his breaking point. MC wonders why he didn't drink blood. Enko states that no one would want to become a vampire, and the vampire confirms that he was tricked. Enko tells him she will let him die as a human being and puts a silver ring in his hand and forces him to hold it and not resist. As she talks to him and calms him, the morning comes, and he turns to dust. Enko states that the teacher who went missing 10 years ago died today as a human, although he was supposed to die naturally today anyway. She reintroduces herself and states she works on cases that sometimes involve missing people who went missing due to vampires. MC wonders why she killed him, as she stated he was either way going to die today. Enko asks him if he should have lived a life as a monster. He struggled for 10 years not knowing what he became. She tells MC that he knows nothing about the vampire and won't let him achieve his idiotic dream. MC thinks of what Enko said and agrees that he doesn't know anything about vampires. He goes to see Nazuna, who is eager for some blood, and MC agrees. However, as she hugs him to suck his blood, he is reminded of the teacher vampire that lost control and pushes her away. She wonders what happened, and MC tells her about the vampire who lost control. Nazuna guesses he was starving and could not control himself anymore. MC then asks her if she gets like that too, but she tells him to not compare her to him, and that is something he must not worry about. Nazuna then suggests they go for a walk. She states she heard that vampires die after 10 years if they don't drink blood. She heard some that became vampires and couldn't accept it and died without feeding. MC tells her that the detective stated she would prevent him from becoming a vampire. Although he hasn't given up on it yet, he is worried as she knows how to kill a vampire. He doesn't want Nazuna to die because of him, but this is the first time he feels that vampires are scary. MC apologizes for earlier and says he is fine now and she can suck his blood. MC later meets with Mihiru, who asks him why he wants to become a vampire, as the vampire they met almost killed Akira. He wonders what he wants to do by becoming one. MC starts to wonder what he wants to do and if it's freedom, but then wonders if he isn't free now. He doesn't think it's because of Nazuna, since he spends time with her to become a vampire, and doesn't think it's love, as he is trying to fall in love to become a vampire. As MC doesn't answer and still thinks, Mihiru asks him again, wondering if he will be tricking people and sucking their blood, or if he won't be drinking blood and eventually lose control like the teacher. Mihiru tells him he doesn't need to answer now, but he must think about it. Nazuna wants to visit MC's home and he takes her. She goes looking around but states it's strange that she can't find any porn magazines. She wonders where his parents are, and MC explains that his mother is probably working, while his father hasn't been there since the divorce. Nazuna wonders if MC has reconsidered and if he is unsure right now. MC reveals that Mihiru asked him why he wants to become a vampire, and after thinking about it, MC states it's because he likes the night. However, recently he learned it's not all just fun. He is fine with that, but not if he were to hurt his friends. He is already having fun, and Nazuna is eager to make him an offspring, so he'll be fine even if he doesn't become one. Nazuna asks him why he thinks the night was fun for him, and MC states because of the freedom. Nazuna agrees, but if they take it further, it's because it's out of the ordinary life he had. She wonders if he is equally as exhilarated each night as the first night he went out, since his nightlife had become an ordinary life. Nazuna says that anything out of the ordinary never lasts for long, and that being a vampire is boring. She apologizes for lying to him and explains that it's been decades since she became a vampire and has always been bored. MC wonders why she showed him only the fun stuff, and Nazuna guesses it's because that's how she wanted it to be. MC calls Enko and they meet. Enko expected MC to call her for a romantic relationship, but was disappointed that he wasn't calling her for that. She realizes that he wants to talk about vampires, and MC asks her what she knows about him. Enko then reveals she knows his full name, that he lives with his mother, how good he is at school, what hobby he has, that he has no romance experience but likes girls with big chests, has no ecchi magazines but sometimes saves such images on his phone. MC is shocked by the number of details, but Enko reveals she is joking and she was just speculating. MC asks her why she against him is becoming a vampire, and she tells him that from the human perspective, vampires are evil. While humans can cause misfortune in other humans, she can't allow non-humans to cause misfortune that shouldn't have existed. Enko asks him if he for sure can say that he will be fine drinking human blood or will never drink and live in pain for 10 years. Additionally, Considering he still hasn't fallen in love after so many contacts, Enko doubts that he will ever become a vampire. Enko asks him if he considers that he might lack romantic urges, and if that's the case, then she doesn't need to worry to stop him. However, then it becomes a problem as he knows about the vampire's existence, and even the vampire that invited him, Mizuna, would be in danger, and the two could be murdered. Enko tells him to make his choice, live as a human or become a vampire and get killed by her. If he chooses to be a human, he doesn't need to worry about the vampires as she will kill them all. MC can agree that all of them are that evil as they have similarities with humans. Enko is fine with his decision, but then calls the police and reports that recently a young boy has been walking around at night and she's worried. She then tells MC to run home before he loses his beloved nighttime. MC runs towards home, annoyed he couldn't ask her anything. He wanted to ask her how she killed a vampire, why her blood tasted awful but good, and how she knew so much about vampires. MC hears police sirens and then hides in a playground. He wonders if he should go to Nazuna, but considering Enko, he doesn't want to cause her trouble. Hatsuka then shows up as she sees him hiding there. Hatsuka takes MC to his place. Entering his home, Hatsuka is immediately welcomed by 3 excited adults, happy to see him and explain they were good as they wanted Hatsuka to be proud. Hatsuka apologizes and tells them he has a guest and asks them to leave. The trio is shocked and angry, but Hatsuka gives them a cold look to not badmouth his guest, and the trio becomes quiet right away. While Hatsuka takes a shower, MC waits for him and wonders what the 3 adults are and if they are his offspring. He also notes that compared to the other vampires, Hatsuka seems kind of unusual. Opening the bathroom door naked, Hatsuka calls MC to bring him a towel as he forgot, and usually others prepare it for him. MC is then shocked to learn that Hatsuka is actually a man and not a woman. Hatsuka is surprised that Nazuna have not told him, but MC explains that she doesn't really tell him many things. Nazuna visits the other vampires and explains why she thinks that MC won't become a vampire. However, she wants them to let him live. Miko gets angry and smashes the table and states that Nazuna must have come prepared to face some kind of consequence. However, killing amongst them isn't technically allowed and she doesn't feel about it either, and killing MC is easy and will solve everything. Nazuna then states she will kill Miko, who states this isn't a way to ask for a favor. Miko asks Nazuna again what MC to her is and how he is different than other humans before him. MC tells Hatsuka that he isn't sure he wants to become a vampire, which Hatsuka finds lame after all he said before that. MC tells Hatsuka about Enko and how she killed a vampire. Hearing he turned into ash, Hatsuka explains that vampires don't really know much about vampires either, and because of that, Nazuna isn't really trying to hide information from him. They also don't know why some blood tastes good and some bad. Hatsuka then recalls that according to Nazuna, MC had a good tasting blood. As he makes a move, MC wants to stop him, but Hatsuka states he should be fine as he looks like a girl. MC then wonders why he is dressing like a girl, and Hatsuka explains that he looks good that way and both men and women tend to get attracted to him. MC states that Hatsuka should have once fallen in love with him to turn into a vampire and wonders if he was also conflicted. Hatsuka then receives a message with a picture of the broken table. Hatsuka explains that there are no strict rules that state MC must be killed, but there will be consequences for both MC and Nazuna. The consequences would be harsher for Nazuna, and she is the one in danger right now. Hatsuka then proposes that MC becomes his offspring, since becoming a vampire will save Nazuna. MC doesn't think it needs to be Hatsuka, although he doesn't mind that he is a guy since he has a cute face. Hatsuka states he can understand him as a guy and that he is confident he can turn him into a vampire. Hatsuka explains that all he has to do is trick his brain that he's in love, and that's why his offsprings look so happy. MC denies the offer and states that he still wants to fall in love with Nazuna. As Nico is angry, Hatsuka wonders if MC is prepared for the consequences. MC explains he isn't, and that he wants Nazuna to not be bored. MC then leaves and heads to Nico and the other vampires. Going there, he sees the smashed table. Nico tells him that Nazuna just left. MC relaxes that she is okay, but Nico states she isn't sure about that and that she won't be able to hold a proper conversation soon in return for MC's safety. MC wonders what she did to Nazuna and starts leaving, wanting to go and see Nazuna. Nico states that Nazuna doesn't want to see him now, but he yells at Nico to shut up and that he wants to see her. MC goes to look for Nazuna, but then encounters police officers who were called earlier by Enko. However, he runs away from them. Meanwhile, Nazuna wonders if MC hates her, and that she doesn't know how to have fun and only walks at night, drinks, and play video games. MC then finds her at the place they met as she buys booze from the vending machine. MC wonders if she is okay, and Nazuna confirms, but turns away. MC states that he was bored until she met Nazuna, but now he is no longer bored. MC then wonders about Nazuna. Nico mentions that consequences are important, but no amount of beating will get through Nazuna, and that she actually prefers talking about love. Nico reveals that the conditions for not kill MC are for Nazuna to make him fall in love with her. Nazuna states that she had fun and even forgot how bored she was. She acted cool and like she knew everything, but in reality all they did was also new to her. MC states it was the same for him and they are bad at being alone, so they just need to keep finding new things to do. He will fall in love with her and won't let her get bored. Nazuna promises to herself that she will become a vampire worth falling for and then kisses MC.